And hello, everyone, and welcome out to Pineville High School. We are here for first-round playoff action between the Ouachita Lions and the Pineville Lady Rebels. Starting lineups getting ready to go for Ouachita today. I am Doug Gann. Thank you for joining us on 446 Sports alongside of Billy French. My man Chuck Perkins over there on the camera. Couldn't do a thing without him. And hope to bring you a lot of great action. Billy, welcome to the broadcast.
Thank you, sir. Good to be here enjoying this high school playoff action. It's the second day in a row we've got to call some first-round action for girls playoffs.
Starting lineup for Ouachita, number 4, Brianna Day, number 10, Desiria Miles. And if I mess up these names, sorry about that. We appreciate those folks from up in that northeast Louisiana area tuning in. Number 11, Faith Lee, number 22, Amara Gibson, and number 24, Zenaria McCarthy. For the Lady Rebels, number 15, Catherine Sibley, number 20, Ashley Guidry, number 24, Jocelyn Smith, number 25, Alana Nguyen, and number 34, Morgan Eli. You know, there are so many back and forth stories on this.
Yeah, a lot of family feuds going here.
It is. You know, you got the two coaches of these two squads are sisters.
Yes.
And the Rebels won here in Pineville. Ouachita takes the win up in northeast Louisiana, up there in Ouachita Parish, home of the Lions. And so it's one game apiece. And, you know, we had the opportunity to talk to Coach Winslow of the Lady Rebels yesterday on our Tioga Leesville broadcast and asked her, you know, some coaches, they said, don't really talk to each other. If the game's coming up, they said, oh, yeah, they've been hammering each other every day.
Look,
so.
I know Coach Winslow as well, and you got this is a light of fire. This is dinner talk. You know, even after the game, whoever wins or loses, they're probably going to go eat dinner together, and they're going to talk trash for a whole another year.
Speaking of eating dinner, if you're in the area and you came up from Ouachita and you just happen to have it on with you, stop by Walk-Ons. They're our title sponsor. Couldn't do a thing without them. Up in the corner of your broadcast, you're going to see the rest of our sponsors rotate through on there. Look, guys, we couldn't do a bit of this without them. Everything that we do is because of our sponsors and in response to the call that God has put on our lives. And so the ministry that we have at 446 Sports is to bring you more and more high school sports, and happy to be here and so glad that you're along for the ride. This thing is just about ready to get underway. Saw a great game yesterday with the Bolton Lady Bears and GW Carver, the Rams. And now it's ready for the running Rebels. We'll see if they can hold serve on home court.
Same as Bolton did yesterday. Yeah, you know, get that first-round home game. You want to try to make it to another one. Winner of this game tonight will play Ponchatoula.
Oh, wow, the number one ranked undefeated Ponchatoula.
Yes, that's
right.
A challenge for sure.
Getting ready to jump this is Wynn. Rebels will be in the white with the maroon trim, all maroon for Ouachita. That is controlled. Looked like there was no control on that, but it's going to go to the Lady Rebels here, and triggering things in is Guidry, and she is a player. We saw her in the couple of games that we've done before, Billy. Guidry is a ball player.
She is fun to watch. She's exciting. She's a young freshman, and you got to love the way the program's going to be for the next 4 years with Guidry at the helm and point.
Sibley's got it back to Wynn. Wynn zips the ball inside, going to be knocked away by Ouachita. You'll remember in that trip up to Ouachita, Wynn did not play in that one as she was injured. So
that's true. So, you know, that's some more bragging rights for the Lady Rebels.
I
Absolutely.
asked Coach Winslow if she had told her, reminded of that, and she did. Over to the corners, Guidry. Back to the top now goes Smith, Jocelyn Smith. They work the ball around to every player. Every one of the Ladies Rebels touch the ball. That's back for three now and up, and it's good right off the bat. Jocelyn Smith buries that one quickly, 3-0 Lady Rebels.
Leading off where she left off last time we got to watch Jocelyn Smith. She is electric from the field.
Now Ouachita with their first possession. You see they're going to work it inside, and that's the first personal foul picked up by Wynn. Those teams that we've seen from up that area like to work the ball down low. Neville did it. West Monroe did it. And now that's the same style of basketball that Ouachita has come out with.
Yeah, the old school feed the bigs down low and let them get the easy baskets, and it works for Northeast Louisiana for sure.
That was Gibson on the basket, missed the free throw. It is out and controlled by Smith. She works it across the timeline for the Lady Rebels. Good job of jumping into the passing lane by Day. Going to be off of Day, though, and the Lady Rebels will maintain possession of it. Coming back inbounds now is Sibley. Sibley's got it around, but another jump into the passing lane. That is McCarthy. She's going to go coast to coast, get the basket, 4-3. And something that we followed these teams. Again, we saw Neville, we saw West Monroe. They jump the passing lane and they go to the basket and work down low.
Yeah, Ouachita has got a lot of speed. So if you do if you're eyeballing that pass the whole way, that's an easy two for this Ouachita team. They got a lot of speed and quickness.
Pineville looks to stay into a set offense. They get around, work the ball around to the far side. That's back now to Guidry. Guidry's looking in, kicks it back out. There's another 3-ball attempt, and it is all air from No, correction. Smith had that opportunity. Wynn's going to try. That's a 2. Foot was on the line, bounces around, no good.
Offensive rebounds
on the boards, kicked it back out. Guidry will put this up as well. Misses that, and the iron being unkind to the Lady Rebels early on, but the bounce was there as they get the possession back.
Yeah, offensive rebounds right now is what's keeping Pineville going right here. You know, you got to try to get some of these putbacks. They're getting a lot of open shots. They're just not knocking them down right now.
Smith's got it. Guidry to the top of the key. She's going to fire it up, misses that to the left badly. Pineville unable to find the range early on here. 6:08 to go, first quarter of play. 4-3 Ouachita, and there's a steal.
That's going to be a check.
Yeah, loose ball foul is going to be picked up on Faith Lee.
Yeah,
correction, that's 10. That's got that Miles. Miles will pick up her first personal foul, first team.
And that's nothing but hustle from Elena Wynn. That was Sibley. Nothing but hustle trying to get there and drew the foul and got another possession.
Sibley inbounds to Wynn. Wynn puts that up, and Guidry with the inbounds. Give her the assist off the inbounds to Win, bringing it across the line now is Ouachita. And we saw that Bolton work that with Drumgo yesterday, that little inbounds pass down low. Working it back inside,
active
looking
hands
to get McCarthy. And the first of many held possessions on this one. We talk a lot about basketball on the girls' side of it. As you see the score there, 5-4, 5:43 to go here, first quarter of play. It is early.
Yeah, active hands so far on both sides at the moment, and then you get left open for the 3.
That's Day from the corner 3. She nails that one. 7-5 now, Ouachita with the lead. Good to see Ouachita drying out a little bit, thawing out a little bit, and able to make this trip down here. A game that was scheduled for a Friday, Saturday, and now finally is here on Sunday. They got a lot of that ice up there.
Yeah, Sunday basketball is nothing to complain about. This is fun right here.
Go into the basket, no good is Smith. Rebound is picked up and brought in. Looks like Morgan Eli got that one.
Yeah.
Now back the other way quickly goes Ouachita, working the inside. Couple of passes and a basket up and no good. Out of bounds against the Rebels. That ball will be to Ouachita.
Very similar kind of game plans they have for both sides right here.
Yeah.
It's feed it down low, and get use the old fundamental Tim Duncan style.
And we talked a little bit earlier, is that shot, good block by Eli. And we saw she's very active in the paint defensively, too.
Very good long wingspan to make those blocks.
Talked to Dr. Carpenter, and he said one thing you'll find again in girls basketball is the fundamentals are taught because they're not playing above the rim. So they've got to play fundamentally solid, and that's on display. Good spin move by Wynn, goes up off the glass high, doesn't get it, rebound controlled by McCarthy, and she looks to run for the Lions. She's going to try to go coast to coast to perhaps draw the foul. Dribbles it off her foot, but they're going to call it off for the Lady Rebels.
All right, I mean, if you want, I can throw the flag, and they can review that. That was off of Ouachita's foot, but, they got a possession, extra possession.
4.5 to go here, tied at 7. Lions with the ball, looking to work the ball back inside. That's Lee once again.
Beautiful.
The big inside star for Ouachita, and it'll be full court press time for the Lions.
Oh, that's not a good pass.
No, but that's a turnover there. McCarthy's got it. It's up and in. Rebels are going to have to find something to do about that pressure. And the very first thing is to get that timeout. And you see the Ouachita crowd that made it here is on their feet.
Yeah. Ouachita, West Monroe, your West Ouachitas, all the Ruston, they all travel so well. There's big supporters in not only the guys' sports, but in the ladies' sports as well.
I think they're ready to get out of the house.
I think everybody's done that.
Good little 4-0 run. It was 7-7 just a minute or so ago, the score, and then turn around with a steal and inbounds. But one thing that you're going to have to watch early on is the inside play of Faith Lee.
Yeah.
They try to get the ball inside to her just about every trip down, and she's either going to make the basket or draw a potential foul, and then they quickly turn over and put that press defense on.
Yeah, and you can tell these teams two played each other because they're not turning their backs to the inbound.
No, they studied that. There's Wynn looking down court. She's got it over to Guidry. Guidry's going to kick it back out. Possible three, but way too far out. That's
that
a little off-the-mark shot was Smith. And they're going to get a foul inside. Is going to be called on the Lions, number 22, Amara Gibson. She picks up her first personal foul, second team for Ouachita, and that will send Morgan to the line for two.
Yep. And from previous games that we've got to cover here on the Lady Rebels, Pineville Lady Rebels shoot the free throws pretty well. And so that's going to keep them back into this game because they're going to have to attack. Very similar to what Ouachita's having to do.
That one bounces around and out of there, gets one of the two. 11-8 now in this one. Ouachita off to run. Good hand, good stop of the ball by Guidry, but going to pick up a foul. That is
that's
Wynn.
her second.
Yeah, so Wynn's going to have to come out of there quick. She picks up her second foul right away, and that'll bring Morgan Kendricks in.
And when they played, Pineville played West Monroe, Wynn had come back, and she got into foul trouble in that game too, and that really hurt because West Monroe has that size down low that Wynn can affect.
Just under 4 to go here, first quarter of play. Swinging around, good ball movement by the Lions. They are all in that maroon with white trim. Going down to the inside now is Miles. Blocked there by Eli. That's 2 for her on the day. Swung back around top of the key, looking at the possible shots McCarthy, but no, she decides to work it back inside. And wow, that's going to be another foul that's picked
Jocelyn.
up.
Yeah, Jocelyn Smith there, just trying to be active hands, and she did. She raked through their hands and committed the foul.
And it's good hustle, too, because the ball that I guess it got initially tipped was intended to go up for a shot, but came onto the inside, and it was good hustle. But somebody's going to get called for that. You're seeing they're calling these things early on, so you got to get used to that. Ball is worked inside, and that's up and in Faith Lee. That's
4 points for Faith Lee.
Early.
Yep, that's the game plan.
Last couple of trips down, and then that full court pressure right off of that inside play is there. And Pineville's going to have to find a way to get an answer to that full court press.
Yeah, they struggled against West Monroe with that same pressure, and I'm sure Ouachita watched a lot of tape on that game.
Kendricks has it. Remember, she came in as Wynn exited the game with her second foul. There's an entry pass. Is going to be a held ball and a little chippiness and a little talk, and we are spirited here.
Look, that's the way it's supposed to be. You know, there's no talking. Look, I'm here. I'm here and I'm ready.
This is playoff basketball. Let's go up there and get it home of the Lady Rebels here, high atop the hill in Pineville.
Yeah, referee's going to go ahead and nip that in the bud immediately. They're like, hey, yeah, we're not going to have that tonight. Yeah, I mean, I understand you want them to have emotion. And I didn't see any animosity towards each other right there. That's just, hey, this is playoff basketball.
It's 5A basketball.
Yeah.
And you're going to there's an entry pass. Going to be picked up on the foul inside is going to be McCarthy. But, you know, you talk about their district foes. They know each other. One's one the other. Yeah. And it's just, this is the highest level. It's going to get scrappy, and it's spirited, and that's just the way it's going to be.
These young ladies know their coaches are sisters.
Right.
You know what I mean? They want to give their coach every bit of kind of bragging rights. This is personal for them as well.
And it's also to advance to the second round
Yes.
in the trip to Ponchatoula. Smith makes both free throws. 3-point game here. Ouachita with the ball just at 3 minutes to go. And there's a potential
Look
still
at that.
sliding
That
around.
is fantastic basketball.
They're
right
going to
there.
call it off of Ouachita. It will be Lady Rebel basketball.
Coaches even giving them high five, Doug. Look at that. They're like, way to get on the floor, way to get dirty. That's effort.
How many games of one-on-one do you think were played in that house growing up?
I'm telling you, I would love to talk to both of them.
Eli's got
after.
it inside. That's going to be up and in. That's 13-12 now here. 2:45 to go. First quarter of play. Beautiful Sunday afternoon in Pineville. Entry pass is there, but it's tipped away. That's Kendricks. Kendricks out to Guidry. Guidry trying to give him the lead,
Good
but
block.
it's blocked from behind by McCarthy. Possession will stay with the Lady Rebels, but hustle on both sides of the court, all sides of it. Checking in for the first time, Jordan Marshall. Jordan Marshall makes her way in, and that will send Miles to the bench for a quick rest.
Yeah, clean block and then just stepped on the out of bounds when she tried to retain, but that's a very good defensive play by McCarthy.
Rebels inbound the ball back to the corner. Guidry, she's got a corner three potential. No good there. The board was held by Sibley. She's unable to put the shot back up, and out go the Lions to run. Good kick out to the corner. Oh, there's a
travel.
Yeah, that's
Or something.
they called the foul.
Oh,
on it
my
beforehand.
goodness.
And that's Kendricks is going to pick up the foul. I don't know about that one.
No, it looked like she took 4 steps before even the defender got to her.
Looking to inbound the ball are the Lions. They kick it back over to the top. And again, you can't say enough about the tenacity of this Ouachita Lions team. They come
McCarthy.
at you from every angle, and that hitting that mid-range jumper is McCarthy, and that's good touch.
Yeah, she's pure. You could tell on the release. You could tell she knows what she's doing. Well, I think we're in for a barn burner today there, Doug.
Yeah, it's going to be a traveling that is called.
What did Coach Locke call it? A slobber knocker?
Yes. 15-12 in this one. Certainly higher scoring pace than the one we saw yesterday with Bolton and Carver in that first half.
Yeah. And then they got the feel of each other, and then it started going a little bit,
the
they
pressure
put some points.
that Coach Keller and that Bolton defense put on was something. This one is around to the top now. Back around, Day's got it. She's looking, but good pressure. The pressure's been extended by Pineville now.
Good trap. Good trap.
And
Look
a
at
steal.
that.
They don't
That's
call it get away.
Basketball, fella. You got to love it.
That's going to be Day with the foul. Not quick to blow the whistle on a held ball possession.
I guess they're looking to see who's got possession, overall. But, I mean, they're super aggressive right now. Fun to watch.
First foul, team fouls are equal at 4. Minute and a half to go in this first quarter play. Jumping into the passing lane right away is McCarthy, and we've seen her do that since the very opening tip.
Reads the ball handler's eyes. You can see where the old football terminology. Don't look your receiver down. They're doing that right now with Pineville, and McCarthy's reaping the benefits.
This one, the sideline helped out the Lady Rebels here. Back to Guidry at the top. Working the ball inside now, kicking it back out, and 3 seconds in the lane. And you're going to see that when the play was made to go down to the basket to Kendricks and let her get it, or correction, down into Sibley to let her put the ball up. Had to kick it back out. That's like that illegal lineman downfield when there's just too long a coverage on there. Clock's got to be going off in your head. Good pressure now by the Lady Rebels, but that's going to send Marshall to the basket as she saw an opening, and you can do that when you get that defense drawn out on you. It gives the defender, the offensive player, the ability to rush in there to the basket.
And they wasn't trying to draw the charge right there by any means, and it left it open for the easy shot. And there's a rebound right there from Jasmine Smith, and there's that trap.
Looks like, the Rebels, but they've got to beat the timeline. Got to get it over the 10-second count. Ball bouncing around. That one
foul.
is up. There's going to be a foul.
Yeah, that was behind.
Count the basket there. Jocelyn Smith going hard at it. Had the running one-hander.
Emotion-wise, Jocelyn Smith is setting the tone right now for this, from either side. Just emotionally, she is fired up. You can tell she's a senior, and this is my last ride. I want to make it count.
Second personal foul on Zenaria McCarthy. She's got to come to the bench. That puts Day back into the game, Brianna Day, and going to send Smith to the line for the old school 3. Misses the back end of the and one, and quickly down the court go the Lions, looking inside, blocked away. That's 3 blocks now by Eli. Ball rolls around, and just bad luck for the Lady Rebels, but great presence of mind and awareness, and Faith Lee puts that one up and in, and here comes that full court press.
Right place, right time for Faith Lee for sure on that one.
Yeah, the ball kicked around like they were playing whatever that game is.
Good job.
Foosball, that's the game I'm talking about. 11 seconds to go, 3-point lead for the Lions of Ouachita. Couldn't have asked for a better start to this game. It's all that we anticipated it would be of this. Anytime the seeds are just one apart and they're district foes, and they've won one and lost one each.
Yeah.
8
couldn't ask for a
seconds
better
to go,
first
top
round,
of the
for
key,
sure.
now swung around. And the clock, you'll notice, does that. That one is up at the buzzer. That's going to be, looks like Abrams that got that one and did. 19-14, your score here. We're going to take a break and hear these words from walk-ons.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Back to live action here in Pineville, Louisiana. Billy, some updates from scoring leaders there in that first quarter.
For your Ouachita Lady Lions, Faith Lee's got 6 points, as well as McCarthy's got 6 points, leading the way for those two. And Jocelyn Smith with 7 points for the Lady Rebels, and Morgan Eli with 5 points.
And 3 blocks.
And 3
down
big
low.
blocks.
Ouachita to inbound the ball here with a lead by 5. And there's some good pressure. Kendricks rolling around on the floor. That ball is thrown out of there, and Sibley's got it.
Oh.
She misses from point blank on the layup, and the Lady Rebels will pick up a foul.
That's frustrating. You miss an easy layup, and then you commit a kind of goofy foul there that you know, she wish she could have that one back for sure.
You get that turnover under there. That's going to bring Miles back into the game. That foul was called on Sibley, and that was just a frustration foul to pick that one up.
Yeah, it happens a lot. You make a mistake, and then you compound it with another mistake. There's another steal by Jocelyn Smith. Right now, that's she's here to win that.
Good screen set up off ball by Sibley. That was shot by Guidry, is aired it out, and Guidry unable to find range. The freshman struggling in her first playoff game. Going to be another foul picked up. That is going to be the third, I believe. Is that the third on Jocelyn Smith?
Second.
Or just her second? Okay. 6th team foul, and we're getting dangerously close to the bonus for both squads on there as the fouls have been adding up, and you see Wynn getting ready to make her way back in the game.
Yeah, Guidry just seems to be amped up a little bit. Everything's been a little strong so far today,
Right.
and she'll settle in. You get the nerves, settled in. It's the first playoff game, and
that one is up and in, and that will get Wynn back into the game. That's Faith Lee adding to her point total. I believe that's Lee. Check that. That's 10.
Miles.
That's Miles that's at the free throw line. That ball is up and rattles around and out of there. Kendricks controls the rebound, driving down the sideline and over to the middle. Sibley's got it around the front. Over to Guidry. Guidry needs to find her range from downtown. Swung back over to Kendricks. Now has it back to the top. Pressure has subsided a little bit. That's going to allow Wynn to go in, but she's nudges herself towards the sideline, and great defensive play by Ouachita to use the end line as another defender.
That's it's 101, basketball 101. Use that baseline as another defender, and it'll help you out. She can't go around you. Put 1 foot in, 1 foot out.
20-14 in this one. Just a free throw, the only point tallied inside the lead. She's going to travel before that, though. Did a little hop step, I guess, the head fake, and turned and dropped. And
consistency is there as far as the officials on the travel right now. They're doing it for both sides.
Officials are doing a great job out there. Going to talk to assistant coach from LSUA, Jimmy Winslow, coming up at halftime. He is the husband of the coach Winslow from Pineville. So it'd be great to talk to
and
Coach
the brother-in-law of the coach from Ouachita.
Yes. So we're going to ask him how that goes. Miss inside by Wynn. Lee's got the rebound as she gets it across the timeline before they reset things. Miles now will work the right side of it. She's being guarded by Guidry. Pull-up jumper there. No good. Eli comes in and gets the rebound, and almost like she was waiting for the held ball, just kind of stood there and unsure of what was going on there, but got the rebound and just kind of hung on like somebody's going to tie it up.
I can tell you right now, if that was boys basketball, the other two defenders would have just started running down the court and he would start dribbling. But girls, they're going to attack the ball.
6:07 reminds me a lot of upwards. 20-14, two-possession game in here. Wynn's got it out on the wing. Oh, a little backdoor pass to Kendricks.
Beautiful.
She's got to make that one and does. Yeah, Morgan Kendricks, the recipient of that good pass from Wynn, give the assist to Wynn. 20-16 now as Ouachita works the ball around. Back to the end.
And that's what you want if you're Pineville. You want your bigs to have to come out, for Ouachita to come out and get the ball because you've shut it down low.
Corner three attempt is up, no good. Rebound there by Gibson, and she gets the board and the bucket following the aired three from Abrams.
Yeah, this is a very, very good offensive rebounding right now by Ouachita and being able to use that size that they have to put them right back up.
Lady Rebels making their way across the timeline. Kendricks has it there. Good move put on, but great pressure. Not the full court pressure, but back into just a man opportunity, or they more zone is where they're out of, and a good job of coming out and playing it as the scoreboard has just went out and now back on. 4:59. It's oops, excuse me, didn't mean to hit that button. That wasn't us. There's Guidry. She looks to get inside, and just the freshman just has been off a step in this playoff game, and she's been one of their better players throughout the year. Ouachita inside now, the fourth block by Eli. And she has been a force down low. Good save to the near side.
Turnover, yep.
Only one can get that one, though, is Coach Winslow.
Eli has been lights out on the defensive side down low. She's kept a lot of easy baskets from going in for this Lady Lions team for Pineville. And right now, her and Jocelyn Smith are kind of leading the way because Wynn's been out of the game in foul trouble so far.
4.5 to go here until halftime. 22-16. Ouachita has the lead. Intercepted there by Lee. She's got it, trying to go the distance. Wynn back on defense, going to pick up her third foul.
You've got to know better,
and she hooks her when she goes up.
Coach Winslow's chiming in her ear right now saying, you got to be smarter than that. You're already in foul trouble. You can't, we can't lose you.
Look,
you can't lose
4.5 to go here. Midway in the second, you got to get her out of there again. That first free throw is up by Lee, and they do. That will bring, looks like Jocelyn Smith back into the game after that quick breather. But effective minutes have not been there.
Yeah. Last two games that we've watched, these Lady Rebels, it's been foul trouble for Wynn.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't hook them. You got to go straight up and hope they don't call that. But
Lee buries that free throw. Now 24-16, largest lead of the day for the Lions from Ouachita Parish. And it's the same style of basketball that's played. Just work the ball inside, play full court defense, and get after it. Zone is extended to about three-quarters, so not near the pressure. But you build that 8-point lead and say, okay, now you got to shoot over us. And they've not proven, the Lady Rebels have not proven that they can do that in this game. Back to the top now. We'll see if that changes here. Does not, hits the back iron, rolls around.
It's going to be a foul on Eli over the back.
Could have been on either one, but
yeah.
Eli picks it up there, and that will be the 8th team foul.
And Ouachita is giving Guidry, they're giving her the shot right now, and she just right now she's a little
gun shy.
Yeah, she's gun shy. She knows that she's not been hitting the shot, so I see her. She gives it right back up to Sibley up top and says, "You shoot it."
The one thing we've seen about Guidry in the couple of games that we've cut is that one is missed, and there's going to be a loose ball foul called on Lee. That'll be the 6th team, and they will give that to Gibson. That's her second personal foul. Looked like Lee was going to pick it up, and that will bring Shemaya Allen into the game. I was going to tell you a little earlier about Guidry is that we've seen her score in bunches.
Yes. Once she finds that shot, she's tough to stop.
That's correct. Just need her to get going if you are the Lady Rebels. Now Kendricks has it. Correction, that's Jocelyn Smith. Jocelyn Smith has led the way in scoring. She gets it back over to Guidry. Guidry now to Sibley, and Sibley back up to Smith.
We have a little clock malfunction.
Things going on up there.
The clock operator was not even, her hands weren't even near it, and it just went off.
No, and it looks like the one when there's a foul underneath, and everybody on the scorer's table put their hands up like, I didn't do this.
Yeah.
So, look, Coach Jimmy going in there to.
Look, Coach Jimmy to save the day, boy. Isn't that something? He's like, let me take care of my wife. That's so sweet.
Look like the cord was coming unplugged there from under that.
We're going to have a official timeout.
So 3:39. And we've seen trouble with this clock the last time when it gets down under a minute, too.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Ouachita and Pineville playing in this one for the honor of facing Ponchatoula, who, oh, by the way, hasn't lost a game all season.
Yeah, of course, if Pineville wins, they're going to Ponchatoula. If Ouachita wins, Ponchatoula's coming to Ouachita.
Would
so
make
they
the
could
trip
do,
up.
Yeah. Now, this Ponchatoula, I haven't personally got to see them, but I seen who all they've beat this year, and they're no joke. I mean, I don't care. If you're a 5A school and you go undefeated throughout the full season, you can play.
Absolutely.
And that would be a game to watch. I mean, I would love to be able to maybe see that Ponchatoula team and see exactly how explosive they are.
That game, if the Lady Rebels win this one, will be down in Ponchatoula. If the Lions win this, Ponchatoula makes the long trip up to Northeast Louisiana. And we're back to action here. Looks like we got everything. We'll bring that up with Coach Jimmy there at halftime, see what's going on with him. 3:37 to go here until halftime. To the corner now, across the way is Smith. Smith gets it back to Guidry. Guidry is pressured now tightly. Ball's going to stay with the Lady Rebels. Right in front of our man Fitz and Lamar down there doing some coverage. That one is up for Smith. Misses everything on there.
And there's, right there, just honor civilly.
Traveling violation, and that was good pressure. Didn't look like Shemaya Allen really knew what to do when she got that rebound in front of her, and so that caused the loose ball getaway.
Yep, got a lot of fans from the Ouachita area saying hard to vote, we're going to pull for Ouachita, but hard to go against another Givens, sisters there.
That's correct. Over the back, that's going to be Eli picks up another one, and that is just foul trouble that's mounting up for these Lady Rebels. Second personal foul for Eli, who's been solid defensively, and now back to the line shooting free throws where Ouachita has been really solid.
You got Wynn out of the game in foul trouble. You can't afford to lose Eli as well. She is the only defender you have right now to stop these bigs from Ouachita.
Yeah, and all that you've got to do is just work the ball in, missing the front end of that. And that is Jocelyn Smith's got it. She's looking down court. Good vision, finds Guidry. Ball knocked around a little bit, but the Lady Rebs do control. 3:06 to go here until halftime. And going to be a foul picked up on Lee. Just her second personal foul if it comes up.
First. That's it. I guess they gave one. I thought she had one earlier as well.
Well, that's the one that they gave off to, which was the second personal foul that they assessed to Gibson.
Right.
So that was just the first one, and now that will send Jocelyn to the line for free throws, makes the front end of the 1-and-1. And free throw shooting can get the Lady Rebels back into this one.
Absolutely. I mean, their job is to attack the goal and get them in foul trouble. And with both teams in the double bonus now, so
gets that up and makes that. And good pressure now the Rebels look to apply. Kind of just a stretched out defense, not really a full court press. Turn around, Eli's got it. That's going to be a foul that's called. That'll be Miles.
But Eli's got to watch out for that. She, normally when you get the ball and they converge on you, you try to pivot foot around and try to move to draw that foul. She's just staying put and letting them. It's it's like a bee to a honey.
We saw that on the inbounds play here. She grabs the ball, just hangs on to it, and you've got to get that out of there quick because if you're a Ouachita Lion, you're saying, as soon as she gets it, let's go to the ball.
I'm going to get that ball. We'll get the jump ball still in possession, yeah.
Eli puts this one up, rolls around, makes the free throw. Now 24-19, 5-point deficit for the Lady Rebels, 2:52 to go until halftime. High atop the hill in Pineville, Louisiana we are. Eli's got this one, makes both ends of that. 4 straight free throws on the last 2 trips. And it's now 4-point game, 24-20. We'll see if the Rebels can continue to take advantage of this. Ouachita working the ball around. Nowhere
Good
to go.
Defense. 3 seconds in the lane. 14. Shemaya Allen never moved. And they're calling it on both sides. Absolutely.
Look, 3-man crew. You got one watching the ball handler, one watching the near side, and the other one's watching the lanes. All they're doing. Beating the press are the Lady Rebels. That's Kendricks now. She lobs it inside to Eli. Eli unable to control it, going over a mismatch over Day, the a little bit smaller defender.
Great plan.
Oh, yeah.
Just didn't execute it. But, I mean, if that's there, I'll take that all day long.
You got to lob it in. And she had the step on there, too, just unable to control it. 2.5 to go here. It is 24-20, Ouachita with the lead. A little less scoring until that basket. That one-hander is up and in by Abrams. Ball gets away. Now it comes back in. 2:19, 6-point deficit for the Lady Rebels. Ouachita looking to pull the upset here and host a second-round playoff game against what will be a much heavily favored Ponchatoula team.
Good pass by Gidry.
Kendricks over the top. Gidry looking for the ball in the corner. Kendricks has it. Good pressure by Lee all the way out to the top of the key, playing the front of that zone.
There it is again.
Worked
good
inside
cut.
to Eli. But look, Brianna Day just clogs the lane up. Now going to the basket. Another one is up and no good. Gidry gets in there, and now she's getting, it seems like she's finding her footing defensively.
Got her head up and being a point guard.
Oh, good stop again. Brianna Day is just playing defense, and she's slinging around, throwing some elbows.
Yeah.
And both coaching sisters are giving their kudos out to their team, I'm telling you.
So they call the foul on Kendricks.
Look, I've got to find it.
When the elbows were kind of being thrown. I'm not saying it was a foul on Ouachita either.
No, not at all.
I would have not called her, or I don't know. I thought that was both clean play on both. You're allowed to throw. You're allowed to clear.
Yep.
She wasn't trying to hurt anybody. There shouldn't have been a foul on either side.
Difference that we're seeing here down the stretch of the first half is that the free throw shooting by the Rebels has been consistent.
Yep.
A little bit of inconsistency from Ouachita, as they've now missed, I think, their last 3 or 4. Looking down court to Gidry. Gidry 1-on-2. Dips the ball inside. Oh, Jocelyn had an opportunity at it, but she's going to go back to the line. Great court vision by Gidry, and that's where her worth is coming in. If she's not able to make those 3-pointers that she's shooting, her court awareness is making up for it.
And that's the old, we talk about in NBA players all the time. That's a Chris Paul type deal. If I'm not going to, I can score 30 points if I want to, but I don't have to. I'm going to give my teammates the best option to score.
Jocelyn Smith makes it. Oh, gets a rebound. Good tip out that time. She's still banging around in there. Ball is going to be out on Lee is what it looked like. And it is, they called it out on Lee, who was just hustling
still
in her
in
own
possession.
Right.
In both teams, you could tell the Gibbons sisters will call them that. They coach hustle.
Inbounds now. There's a 3-pointer from the corner. Is missed, no good. Eli there to get the rebound, and it's going to be held ball tied up. Possession will go to, looks like it stays. Nope, it'll go to Ouachita here. Minute 24 to go in a game that is now a 5-point Ouachita lead. Appreciate Coach Dexter Washington checking in with us.
Yeah,
he's watching.
We like Coach Dex.
His Hamilton Christian group down there puts on a couple of big tournaments throughout the year. We were glad to be a part of the MLK Warrior Classic that was down at Burton Complex earlier in, I don't even know when it was anymore.
Yeah. That was a long day, but it was a fun day. I mean, there were some really, really good basketball teams in that tournament.
Minute 10 to go here until halftime. Lady Rebels working the ball around, trying to get this down to a one-possession game or perhaps get the lead at halftime. Working it inside to Eli, and we've seen that's what they want to do, but just unable to connect with that. Errant pass is picked up and controlled by Jocelyn Smith. Gets it back over to Kendricks. Kendricks tries to make a little move there. Will step back and shoot this one.
In and out.
And Eli there knocks it out of bounds, 44.5. And remember, Billy, all of this done with Wynn on the sideline with 3 fouls.
Yeah, absolutely. And just imagine if they had their full complement of seniors and getting a lot of that helps down low. Because the lead right now is because of feeding Ouachita's been able to feed down low and get easy baskets.
We'll see if Ouachita is able to stretch this lead out before the half. But Pineville has battled hard to get close and manageable. Up and down there, no call. Over to the outside is Marshall. Ball around, rolling around.
And there's Pineville going to steal the possession.
Yep, they'll get it back now. And the Rebels, short of some full court pressure from Ouachita once again, may be able to set up. And you see they're going to work the full court. They're not going to let them hold anything. In worst case, there's a foul come out of it. Something works around.
Yep. And it's the same two. Yeah, there you go. Try to get the screen in and
gets
get
it
it
into
back.
Kendricks, and a good pass around to Sibley. Gidry's got it now. Trying to beat the 10 count, and does. Gidry now pressured from the near side, gets it back to Kendricks at the top of the key. Now over to Gidry. She's going to shoot this off the backboard. Doesn't go. Eli trying to get the rebound, banging around inside. And this possession will go to Ouachita.
Hey, Brianna Day for Ouachita, she ain't no joke, bro.
She's a player.
I like that. I love that intensity.
Look, there's a baseball
in her
pass down the court to Lee. Lee's going to turn, kicks it back inside at the buzzer. Actually, a couple of seconds before it, the way that one got around. See, I knew the clock was going faster than that.
I don't know if they're going to. Yeah, they're going to call that halftime because that was a good comeback by Lady Rebels right there, shooting free throws and getting some timely stops.
26-21. We're going to get opportunity, we think, to talk to Coach Jimmy Winslow, assistant coach at LSUA. We'll do that after this word from our sponsors. Back to halftime here. I am Doug Gann, and 26-21, and we're joined here by, oftentimes it's called Coach Jimmy of LSUA, but it's Coach Winslow's husband. I don't know, how does it work here? You're sporting the Lady Rebs basketball shirt. That's good to see.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got to support my wife. She's doing a great job this year in her first year here.
It's phenomenal, the fire that she brings. We got the opportunity to talk to her yesterday at the start of that Leesville-Tioga game, and just her personality is just so bubbly and infectious until she's on the sideline coaching over there.
She's extremely competitive. She wants to win no matter, and she does whatever she has to get the girls going. So
it looks like she's been in a basketball family her whole life, though.
That's what they do. That Mr. Tillman, their dad played overseas. Her sister played at Middle. Her other sister played at Northwestern, and then she came here and played at LC. So, basketball is kind of what they do.
How many games of one-on-one were played between those two?
Oh, I'd imagine, growing up, they probably played one-on-one every day, whether they wanted to or not.
Do you ever get in the middle and officiate that, or say, I'm going to get involved in that? You just
let them go.
Let them play. Speaking of letting them play, assistant coach at LSUA of the Generals having a fantastic season over there this year. But, man, COVID just seems to punch in the throat every week.
Yeah, man. COVID's striking us late in the year. The winter storm really didn't help us. And, of course our guys want to get out and play, but we got to follow certain guidelines and protocols.
It's been tough keeping everything together, but you guys are ranked in the top 25 once again off of a good home victory against LSU. Shreveport had a tough one there with Texarkana, but you look at the top three teams of the Red River Athletic Conference between you guys, Shreveport, and Texarkana A&M. And man, you're all top 25 teams. Shreveport was ranked, I guess, number 2 when you guys beat them. So it's top heavy there.
And it was number 2. I tell people, I got friends that coach around the country, and the Red River is the toughest conference year in and year out. 4 years ago, my first year, we had 3 teams in the Elite Eight. The Red River is a tough conference to play in. So we feel like as long as we stay, everybody says, the Red River's not that good, y'all top heavy, but it's competitive night in, night out. You got to figure out a way to win, and it helps us late in the year.
One of the things, though, that we did see is 4 or 5 of those teams just opted out of the season.
Yeah.
You had Our Lady of the Lakes got out of there.
Texas College.
Right. A lot of those teams just said, we're just not going to do it this year.
And that hurt us as far as scheduling, and a lot of teams are struggling getting enough games in. But, it would have been fun to play those teams. They opted out, so I mean, we got to deal with what.
You got to play
what's in
front of you and Coach Cordero and all of those guys over there continuously. And the kids feed off of that as well. This is an exciting bunch that you guys put out on the floor. Everybody can take over. Munson is phenomenal.
Oh, Rodney's having a great year. Coming from Bonneville, he redshirted last year. And, I mean, the kid gets in the gym, he works, and he's not scared of nothing. He competes, every day for us. And, I mean, I'm just glad he got to get on the floor, and it's showing. It's working for him.
Without a doubt. And, there's the one thing that we've seen in the games we've called is that there's not one go-to person that everybody feeds off of everybody. And you guys go 8-9 deep.
Oh, man, the balance is what you love. As a coach, not having to count on one guy to go out and get you 30 or one guy to, being able to balance it. And, Rodney's been hot lately, but, I mean, Javon Berry's having a great year for us.
Hit the game winner on the dish for Munson again.
Jakeem and Abney's having a great year. Devontae Snow. And the crazy part about it is these are young kids.
Right.
I mean, these are freshmen, sophomores, juniors out here doing what.
We've seen Ellis come off the bench. D-Roy has come off and played well. Anybody at any time seems like they can line it up or start some sort of jam. I love watching pregame because they get a little crazy with the basketball throwing it down.
Pregame's kind of their time to have a little fun, get warmed up, kind of excite the crowd, get the crowd ready for the game, and then, when the horn goes off, that's team time.
What do the next couple of weeks hold? I know we talked the Ice Storm has done some things. You've still got to finish out conference play because quickly the conference tournaments, which is coming to the Coliseum, also a first round, I believe, in the national tournament is coming out to the Coliseum. So that's going to be here quick. So you guys got to finish the regular season.
So this week they're trying to get us to play 3 games. I mean, we got to do whatever we got to do. We got 3 games this week. Conference tournaments next weekend. So even if we play Jarvis, Texarkana, Shreveport all this week, next Sunday, Monday, we got to play, 2 out of 3
You got to go back and get them again.
Yeah, so, I mean, and then, like you said, the national tournament's the following weekend, same thing.
All right, well, I appreciate it. We're talking to Coach Jimmy Winslow. See, I didn't mess up when I identified the technical foul. I've been having to deal with that for a couple of weeks now. And it was the heat of the moment that got it there. I was on the spot in Rich Dupree's seat, and so it was a lot of fun. All right, last question for you. I'm going to let you get out of here. Certainly appreciate your time coming up and doing this. You and the missus. Out in the driveway playing one-on-one.
I'm winning.
Do you take it easy on her, though, to do that?
No, that's one thing we don't do. It's no taking it easy. If you get a chance to step on her throat, you step on her throat. It's competitive. It's a competitive household.
I wouldn't expect anything less than that. Coach, appreciate you stepping by here. We appreciate that. We're going to take a quick break here and talk to our friends from Walk-Ons, proud sponsors of 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire good people. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills for the right jobs. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. A strong work ethic.
Back to live action here in Pineville. I am Doug Gann alongside of Billy French. And, Billy, some updates of where we were at there. You see on the graphic there, the home of the Lady Rebels. That's where we're at, high on the second floor here. But give me some scoring updates.
Yeah, we got for your Ouachita Lady Lions, right now leading the way is Faith Lee with 8 points, but not too far behind her with McCarthy with 6. There's a lot of help going on this Lady Lions team. You know, that's spread out. You got a couple players with 3 and 4 points.
Well, it's 26-21 at
right.
halftime too, so not a lot of scoring has been done.
And
it's
McCarthy
been a defensive battle.
Yeah, McCarthy did all that in the first quarter. She hardly played any in the second quarter.
And you'll remember Lee was a recipient of a couple of little inside passes where we thought she was going to turn around and have one of them 25-point games where they were dumping it in.
And then that comes back to Eli on the Pineville side. It's kind of shut down Lee down low. And on the Pineville side, you got Jocelyn Smith with 10 points, but right behind her is Morgan Eli with 7 points and about 5 blocks, you know, to kind of keep this game close. And free throw shooting has been the key for Pineville.
It's going to be interesting to watch down the stretch.
Yes, absolutely. This has been an exciting game, and it's only going to get better because these two teams, you can see they don't really care for each other too much. You know, but they're not gonna let their coaches lose.
Coming up at the end of the game, we've got the Jason Hawk Farm Bureau Player of the Game. Yesterday it was Sky Montgomery in that big game over GW Carver that Bolton won to go to the second round. We'll see who pulls it out. A lot to be decided here in this second half.
Yep, share and like. Get some more people in here. Everybody from Ouachita, please let all your friends know they'd love to watch this game if they couldn't travel down here to watch it.
We do a lot of 5A sports, a lot of District 2 5A, which this matchup is out of. That's inside the E-line. That's Wynn back in the game, and she's like, look, it's time to go to work.
Yep, I mean, they were missing her, you know, a ton in that first half.
That interior game by Wynn that she provides is going to be solid.
She's got to stay out of foul trouble.
And there is going to be one picked up. We'll see who they call that on. They'll call that on Jocelyn Smith. First team foul, third for Smith, and you hate to pick that up in the first 25 seconds.
Yeah, she's got to be smart now the rest of this quarter for sure.
Ouachita inbounds the ball, working it inside to Lee. Leon Wynn is the battle we wanted to see. Beautiful backside pass, though, from Lee to Miles. Miles makes the bucket, give the assist to Lee, and here's that pressure. Wynn quickly gets it out of her hands over to Jocelyn. Jocelyn's got it coming across the timeline. Settling back into that zone is Ouachita. Back to a 5-point lead here following that inside basket. Sibley now kicks it around to Wynn. Wynn with a spin move down the baseline.
Beautiful.
Bucket.
If she could have that kind of control, and that, I'm telling you, she's going to be tough to deal with. If she can
stay in the game, she's got to be careful. Almost picked up another foul right there. That one is knocked her out and missed. You got to be careful, and she's going to pick up the foul right there. I'm telling you, they're going to count the basket. Yeah, that's they're going to give they give that foul to Eli down low, and that's her third personal foul too. So you're seeing a lot of these Lady Rebels pick up fouls, but what a shot that came down from Lee. Give her double digits. First one to get there on the day for Ouachita. Gets the old school 3 with the and one.
Yeah, and that's brutal. And, you know, Wynn's having to be smart on the defensive side, and now that's going to give these bigs, Faith Lee, a lot of, momentum going in the paint.
That's right. I would go inside at her any opportunity
take it every time,
that you got to.
Got to be the game plan, yep.
Sibley's got it. Gidry yet to touch it here in the second half as they've worked the offense through Wynn. Now she'll get it. Working inside, up with a little interior jumper, no good. Wynn crashing the board. She's going to go up and in the basket, 31-27.
If she can stay out of foul trouble, Doug, that is the game changer right there. She will be able to get Pineville back in this game and maybe even take the lead if she can stay out of foul trouble.
100% it is. Dribbling around, good pressure. Wide open from the corner. That 3 is up and no good. Airs that one. Does Day. Controlled to the near side by Lady Rebels Jocelyn Smith, and Wynn's got it in her hands. And Wynn is just an imposing figure out on the court.
Very smooth on her footwork.
Yep. Settles down inside the lane, now backs out. Eli looking for the entry pass, knocked away. Good defense that time by Desiree Miles. Miles denying that, fronting the bigger player.
I want to thank everybody for watching, and we're trying to make sure that we get a lot of these sports everybody could see.
Up and in. Good move to the basket by
Oh, a
McCarthy.
little trash talking, too, after she did it.
Well, dude,
That could have been a technical.
It's a third quarter. You got to get after it. Wynn receives the pass at half court. She's going to go strong to the basket. And
Oh, my goodness.
picks up an offensive foul. And look at the girl. Yeah, that's just a huge, huge game-changing call, as that is the fourth personal foul. And look at the Lady Lions are letting her know about it. Oh, my.
Everyone on the bench on the Lady Lions stood up and held up number 4, saying that was 4 fouls.
Yeah, and look, just a sad, sad time.
Because they know.
Yeah.
They know that's offense just coming off the floor right
How
now.
about the awareness of Gibson to step in and take that charge, too? This one is blocked out of bounds. But, I mean, Amira Gibson just steps over on the much bigger win and takes that charge. And everybody on the floor went up and said something to her.
If Gibson didn't get the charge, the kid next to her was standing. There was 2 Ouachita players back to side to side.
There's a travel before that, 33-27. In this one, 5:07 to go. Wynn on the bench with 4 fouls and a couple other ladies
Getting
for
chippy, Doug.
the Lady Rebels.
It's getting chippy.
With 3 fouls. Everybody on that floor knows what this foul trouble situation means. Cross-court pass from Guidry goes over to Smith. Smith now will just throw up that 3. It was either that or fall out of bounds.
That should be Pineville.
Going to save that possession, knocked away.
Guidry forced the travel a little while ago, and as she's walking back onto the other side, she's clapping right in the girl that was right in her ear.
Look, if you're going to hold up a 4 on the other end,
yeah, it's going to be.
There's the 3-pointer that's up. My Sibley, no good, bounces around off of the top of the backboard, and what would be the shot clock as it rolls around and gets out of there.
Yeah, this is it's frustrating for you if you're Pineville. Your best scorer is on the bench right now.
Great job by Jocelyn Smith jumping in the passing lane there, as that was going to be an easy basket for Lee. 6-point game. Lady Rebels have got it to within a basket, have been unable to tie this thing back up. Cross-court pass is long, but corralled by Jocelyn Smith. Smith's got it back to the top to Guidry
they're giving
now.
it to her. Yeah, I mean they're not afraid of Guidry right now.
Guidry will shoot this one for 3. Bang. There you go.
Cue.
She got to fear me now a little bit. And Guidry, look at the smile on Guidry's face as she nails that one. She says, okay, I'm back. And then right back the other way. Guidry's going to pick that foul up.
Yeah,
Looks
I think
like
that's a reach. Let's see.
Yeah, they're going to call that on Ashley Guidry. But the smile that came across that young lady's face when she nothing but net on that one. Just her first personal foul, too.
I looked up and saw her dad up there, and he was just grinning from ear to ear. He's a freshman, so he's excited. She's been scoring so many points this year.
Well, she's going to have a great career here in Pineville. First free throw up and good by Gibson. And 4 fouls already for the Lady Rebels and 0 for Ouachita. That could tell a tale as we head down in the fourth quarter. Second free throw up and good. Much better free throw shooting there than what we've seen from Ouachita in the first half. 35-30, halfway home in the third quarter.
Yeah, still going to do that press, but they got to hurry up and get it across the line. There you go. That's
and
just
that
smart
one goes
senior.
to Guidry. Now a lot of pressure out on Guidry this time. Eli gets banged around. Ball is going to stay with Pineville. Guidry, they got out on her quick that time.
Yeah, it only takes one. You get that hot hand, and it only takes one.
Nobody with a back turned inside. That is from the corner was Jocelyn Smith. No good there. Banging around, getting things going. Yeah.
Yeah, that's Catherine Sibley right there, the senior, making a big play.
Amira Gibson on the foul there. That is her third personal foul. To the line now, front side. No rotation on that ball at all. Not how you want to see one shot.
And she struggled today. She hasn't made a shot today either, Sibley. And when your senior leaders like that, she's normally getting a few points here and there.
Well, and what I'll point out then is the scoring woes for the Rebels, and they're staying in this ball game. Good tap around. Ball is going to be out on the Lady Rebels. Ouachita has it, but your big stars unable to score, and it's a 2-possession game.
And you got a lot of people from Central Louisiana here tonight, Doug. Of course, you got the entire Pineville softball team. I seen them sit over there. Ash's basketball team, boys, are here right here in front of us. Easley and all them, and they are a phenomenal bunch because Coach Bailey's here. I see him down here as well for Ash. And so you're getting a lot of Sinlaw teams, different teams coming in here to watch these playoff games for these ladies.
Well, it's just the support that's growing in this area, and we want to be just a small part of that here with 446 Sports and our Game On Sinlaw program, just trying to get more of our local student athletes out in front and get some exposure to them. Now going to the lane, the drive is up. The scoop move no good by McCarthy. Looks to be controlled, but it's going to be a held ball. Eli gets in there, and that possession will stay with Ouachita.
Normally, when we have one jump ball, Doug, within the first 30 seconds of the jump ball, we have another one.
You've got another. That's correct.
They come in bunches.
3:34 to go here, third quarter play. 5-point lead for the Lions. You talk about Ash. They played 2 games yesterday, had 2 big wins. Up and in.
Oh, wow.
And how that got in there, I don't know, but a great play by Shemaya Allen to get that 2-point basket. And a cross-court over-the-top pass there. Good pressure by Lee on the back side of it. Guidry digs around, kicks it to Kendricks. Kendricks unable to hit. And it is out and on the run. Over the top looking for Lee. Faith Lee. No correction. That was out to Miles. Miles unable to convert, but that's going to be another foul.
I think that's going to be an over the back.
That'll be her second if that's Guidry. She's picked both of those up in the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, this is where you kind of need to settle in right there. That shot, you got a little bit of separation. That was kind of a forced shot for Pineville. You need, you get a little numbers, you attack the goal. You don't need to have to shoot it from the outside.
As much as Pineville's banged around, they're a bucket away, a Ouachita bucket away from being down by the most they've been down by in this game. There's one from the corner for 3. No good there. Could have been a foul, banged around, but no call. Lions control once again, and they'll reset at the top of the key. Good head move, but traveling
too good of a head
is
move.
The call. Yeah, I'm telling you, you see that just an amazing amount. Anytime there's a head fake or a stutter step, you're going to see a travel called along with it. Lions back to that full court pressure. You don't have Wynn in there. That she did such
McCarthy,
a good job of helping that out.
She is fantastic.
My goodness, McCarthy goes up the steal and the score, and it's ballooned to a 9-point lead. Going to be a timeout on the floor. Full timeout. We're going to take it with them. Be right back after this.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Back to live action here at Pineville High School, and it has been a tale of 2 games when Wynn has been in the game for the Lady Rebels. Her plus minutes are way up when she's off the court. Ouachita knows how to really get after it, take nothing away from Ouachita. They force the issue every opportunity they get. Very well coached and well fundamentally ran squad there. 39-30 in this one. Certainly appreciate everybody choosing to spend their Sunday afternoon with us. Go up and hit that like button and follow 446 Sports. Stay up to date on everything that we're doing to bring sports to the great state of Louisiana. Game On Louisiana.
Yeah, as much as Wynn is the crucial playmaker for Pineville, McCartney is this for the Lions. She is just in everybody's face and fantastic on the defensive
Good job
side.
of Kendricks to get it there. She's going to go to the basket, and it's those point-blank shots that have got to be made. Lee with full court awareness, good ball movement, count the basket and the foul, and that's going to be another big one on Sibley. May give her, we'll see what it puts up on the board too, but I know Sibley's had a large number here. At just her second officially, so I may have her confused on there. I try not to be that big of a dummy, but
it happens.
my memory tends to fade a little bit here. 11-point lead, opportunity for 12 with the end one, and that is Marshall who bangs that one home. And I don't know how much longer you can keep Wynn on the bench. Even with 4 fouls, you're letting it get away from you. Ball's going to stay with the Lady Rebels, and there is an injury that's down.
That's Kendricks. Morgan Kendricks with the crash into the ball, and sometimes the two bodies collide, and it looked like she caught a knee to her
Good
leg
job,
or
though.
thigh.
Kendricks up. Glad to see her up and walking off of the court.
She's good. I got this, Coach. I put some dirt on it. And,
That's right. Rub some dirt on it. She'll be
I'm good.
fine. 2:26 to go, third quarter of the play, and it has ballooned to a 12-point lead. Going to see a hold. They're going to call that foul on number 20, Jordan Marshall
yeah.
of Ouachita.
When
But
they held
again-
up 20, I was like, are you calling that on Guidry?
What a disparity, though. 7 fouls. That's just the second one. So Ouachita will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Lee intercepts that cross-court pass. Going to try to go to the distance and possibly penetrate and get to the free throw line. Now the Rebels control, and they're out
You
to
got
run.
numbers, you
And that's
attack.
the aforementioned Kendrick. She puts this one up, count the basket, and the foul on Brianna Day. And that, Billy, is what has been good, has been successful for them.
Attack. Very smart. Now, on the Lions side, that was a good try to draw the charge. But if she grazes you on the right side or left side, referee can see that as well. So, but I mean, she's got to really actually knock you down.
Rolls around and misses that one, 42-32. Yeah, that was an
that
and
was
one.
Look, Coach Winslow's over here saying, "What are y'all doing? Get the rebound."
And there's a steal off the backside. She said, wait a
Sibley.
minute, that was going to be my rebound. Up, and another foul is called. That is Catherine Sibley, the senior there, trying to take over. And didn't know if there was an and two on that.
And that was Brianna Day's third foul for the Lady Lions. And that's just a
they can ill afford to get her in trouble.
Her and Allen Faith Lee. I apologize. Faith Lee. They're our bigs.
You'll see her coming out of there now and can't see the hair that's there, who that is that made it back in.
I'm envious of that hair, too. I mean, I just want hair. It doesn't matter.
Makes the second of the 2 free throws, 42-33, back to 9 now, single digits. Lee gets that out at midcourt, looking to go to the basket, dumps it off there, rolling around, traveling before the play. Oh, they give him 3 seconds.
If she goes at the basket right there, Doug, that's a foul. She draws a foul, but she kicks it out, and then, you got to attack in the paint.
And that's, down the line, that could be what does it. We'll see now if Guidry can take it the distance. She gets across the timeline there, looking to the top for heading to the basket is Sibley. Sibley now pulls this one back out. And here comes that intense pressure. Kendricks now has it back at the top of the key. Nowhere to go as that man pressure just shuts off. Great switch defensively by the Lions, and they've switched to this man defense, and it has gotten the Lady Rebels confused.
Hey, this Lady Lions defense right now is fantastic. They have shut down every door that Pineville's tried to go into. Super impressed with the defense.
Guidry's got it to the near side, back to Kendricks. Back now to Guidry, just the lone three-pointer on the day. Missed several in the first, but looking to get her open, and they're not giving that opportunity for the sharpshooter to go.
Yeah, Eli's got her hand up down low, but she's
in a battle with Faith Lee. Back to the top of the key. Back to Sibley now. No way to penetrate this defense. This zone now that they've switched to is just solid. There's Kendricks with the lob inside and off the hands of Eli. We've seen that play has went against the Rebels the entire day, and now the Rebels will come out and do some full court damage.
That's just Faith Lee being a presence down low and stopping anything that Eli can do.
Looking for the trap there of the Lady Rebels. Great ball handling by Miles. Miles now will go to the basket, misses everything. Lee pulls that rebound down, and that's going to be a foul on Sibley that they call. Coach Winslow saying, wait a minute, our girls are just battling. How are you going to call that? And she is certainly intense and just moments away from getting a technical, too. The official was really looking for him. He says, wait a minute, it's a playoff game. we're not going to do
Got to
it.
have some intensity, man. Let's
Oh,
go, Blue.
look, this gym is fired up as much as it can be. Free throw is up and good by Lee. She makes the first.
Yeah, Faith Lee is kind of leading the score, and here comes Wynn back into the game.
And I was wondering at what point you do that. Now, if you're Ouachita, I dribble straight at her every single time until I get her out of the game.
If I got to take 2 blocking fouls,
Yep.
you know, to get the charge, I'm going to take it. But you got to go at her every time.
Lee gets both ends of that, 44-33. And now Wynn can't play her tenacious defense either.
No, you're there to score.
And
That's all.
remember-
If I'm telling her, I'm saying you're not playing defense, really.
Right.
You know, get out of the way. You're
Inside
there to
that
score.
ball was Guidry's got it. Kendricks now for 3. Rolls around. Putback is up and it is in. That is Jocelyn Smith. 44-35. Wynn still out on defense, so as Lee's going to the basket, up and in, and she gets Wynn on her nose that she's not going to come after me.
Yeah.
Kendricks now has it to the near side, back to 11. 15 seconds to go, third quarter play. Kendricks loses
Look
the
at
ball, and it is controlled by Ouachita, getting that ball out, trying to get a score with that 5 seconds left to go here. Up and off of the basket. Now Wynn will go, needs to put it up. Not going to do it, and a very frenetic pace to the final few seconds of this third quarter, but it is an 11-point lead for the Lions of Ouachita. And Billy, what a difference the game's made, because you know you've got Wynn back in the game for the Lady Rebels, but she's not 100%.
Yeah, and Faith Lee knows that. She knows, hey, I'm going to go to the basket. She's probably going to clear the lane for me because she can't afford to draw that 5th foul. And so I'm just going to attack. I'm going to attack. And on the offensive side, they've just got to feed her. Now, Wynn's not going to be able to really attack the goal like she wants to because they're going to block it out. And
her 4th foul was a charge. But if I'm going to go out of the game on my last 2 fouls being charges, I'm just going to have to go out of the game.
You are, and you got to. But if I'm Wynn in this particular situation, and Coach Winslow might be telling her the same thing, is, hey, attack the rim, but kind of pull back a little bit and just, the little perimeter jumper. She's very good. She can shoot. She's lights out from anywhere within 10, 15 feet. So I'm going to kind of penetrate a little bit, but I'm going to pull back and just shoot the little jumper unless I got a wide open layup.
Look, and with only 4 fouls in the second half, if you're Ouachita, you keep that pressure on, keep that pressure on. And you've got some fouls to give in there. They are 8 minutes away with an 11-point lead, are the Ouachita Lions, from the upset and hosting number 1 ranked Ponchatoula. And I guess that game would probably be Tuesday or so up in Ouachita Parish.
Yeah.
But the Lady Rebels not done here. Jocelyn Smith around, the ball turns, in looking for Eli. Guidry puts the pressure on and causes a travel.
Yep, very good defensive stop right there for Pineville. They're trying to get McCarthy the ball, and she is their point guard. She's the one you want touching the ball.
Over to the corners, Wynn works it
push
inside to Eli.
Before
they're going to call Lee on the floor with the foul before the basket. No, they call number 4, Brianna Day. And that's 4 personal fouls for Day, who is another one that the Lady Rebs would like to try to get out. But Day's going to come off in just a minute. Wynn's got it.
Right there.
Up and in, doesn't get it. Gets her own rebound. Fights for this. Still doesn't get it. Eli, though, with the board. And Wynn just corrals that one, but unable to finish. We'll go back to the free throw line. Number 22 with a personal foul is Amira Gibson.
Miss Stevens, we would love to interview both coaches. But a lot of times when this happens, as soon as the game, the emotions go.
Yeah, they get off with their team.
They're off with their teams. Yeah.
You got all the rest of the news media that's down there. But there may be a Zoom call we'll have to set up between the two of them.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Talk about how this one goes. Certainly a great crowd that's joined in and watching this. We appreciate all of that. Again, if you're new here, go up and hit that like button, give us a follow, and stay up with what 446 Sports is doing. Blessed to be a part of your Sunday afternoon here. I am Doug Gann alongside of Billy French. Chuck Perkins over on the camera working that for us. And Dr. Carpenter and the entire faculty and staff here at Pineville High School, very gracious in letting us come in and cover this one. Now Wynn back to the free throw line, puts this one up, makes that one 10 points. And again, we talk about this all the time. Play the game in chunks and get it out of there. And Eli, I don't know if she's Yeah, she hurt herself somehow there. And that was just no, she's cramping up is what she's doing. Yeah, straight. That calf is tight and screaming.
That's you see that a lot in football, especially early in the year before the weather changes.
Wynn puts that one up, no good. Lee quick to get on the floor and move.
I mean, that's a big, that can handle the ball right there.
This one inside, and look at Ouachita kick it right back out. And just say, look, if you're going to stay out in the zone, we're gonna kick it out until you come out and play us. Now the 5-second count is on. Good job stepping up by Kendricks. Lee has it at the top of the key. Somebody's got to get out on her. And as soon as you do that, she goes right by Mo. She had an opportunity to go straight and win and get her out of the game. Smith has the rebound. There's a reach behind.
Don't force.
And a turnover back to the Lions. And that looks like Sibley may pick this one up and does. Catherine Sibley will be whistled for the foul.
That's her fourth. That is 3 players for Pineville, starters, with 4 fouls now.
And a couple of them for Ouachita, too. So if this game, man, if it were a little bit close and the opportunity for overtime, just don't know. Rebels have got to find a way to climb back in this one. Again, we talked about it. You're going to be shooting the bonus,
every time,
double bonus the rest of the way from here on out. Lady Rebels are just 1 foul away from going to the free throw line. That first attempt is up, and it's no good.
Only good thing about the double bonus is if you're playing against a team that's not really good with the free throw shooting, you stop the clock a lot.
That was 1-1, and that was a miss, and that should be Pineville Rebel basketball because they stopped it. That was a 9th foul. Should be 1-1. Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
They're going to call it a held ball and possession go to the Lions.
That's officiating error.
That's an officiating error that gave Ouachita an extra possession on there. I know the Lions will be glad to have that one. Give them the opportunity.
Watch it, yeah.
Lee working on Wynn. This 3-pointer from the corner is good, and that was McCarthy who has been solid. Look, trying to get the ball down the floor, and I think this one.
That's a 5-point swing right there because of that call.
Yeah, it is. That's Lee up and in. And now an opportunity to get it back to 8 or 7 is up to 15 on just that one possession. There is Smith up and in, no good. Wynn battles around underneath for a rebound. Nowhere to go. Spins around and lays this one in. 13 points the deficit for the Lady Rebels, and what a transition that was. There goes Lee. She turns the ball over.
Oh, it looks like maybe a push off on Lee.
Yeah, they're going to call an offensive foul on Lee.
I think that's a makeup call, Doug.
You can't make up the momentum that was.
But I think that's that was.
And again, it was the officials not knowing where it was and what was going on. But an offensive foul. So now they're quick to say, "Wait a minute, 1-1," but it's not because that was an offensive foul.
Yep.
And look, there's the Lady
Rebels. That could have been a block right there as well.
The Lady Rebels struggling to know what was going on there and thinking that they should be shooting and just falling away. You almost think that you got to get a timeout and settle both sides of it down because the basketball is getting intense and it's getting away from folks emotionally.
Yeah, now Coach Winslow's telling that could have been a travel there.
That's
Coach Winslow's telling them to press.
And there goes Wynn. They're going to call a foul down low. 21 is who's going to pick that up, or 12, I guess he had it backwards. Is that Abrams?
That's her first.
Yeah, they called it on 21, but I don't see 21 on the floor. He had his hands backwards. It had to be 12 that was out there because the 21's not on the floor, and they'll make that adjustment now on the clock. Win to the free throw line.
Should be shooting 2 here.
Well, she'll go just 1 and 1. And again, the officials trying to get things straight. Yeah, they reverse it now. It's 12, not 21. Had his fingers backwards, but it's better than this guy.
Oh, the scorekeeper getting a little chippy over here too. The clock operator.
Look, I've never, as much as I've ran PA and clock and all that, I've never been ejected from press row down there. So 39-51, Rebels trail. That ball is up and no good. Lee with a big rebound and Wynn with a big block.
Yeah, but
that's a 4-foul
dangerous
block, and that's tough. That will be Sibley with the foul.
I think that's it for Sibley.
Yeah, that is. That's the 5th personal foul for Sibley. And the Ouachita fans here letting her hear about it. The Pineville Lady Rebels fans giving her a huge ovation as the senior comes off of the floor. And unless something happens here for what would be her last time, you know the team that's on the floor don't want to let that happen.
Yeah, Sibley's taking it hard right now. She's I mean, you're out.
Yeah.
You know, it could be your last high school game.
Ball is up, and it is missed there. 51-39. If the Lady Rebs are going to get back in this one, it's going to be free throw shooting on both sides of it. They've got to make some, and they've got to hope that Ouachita misses. That one is buried. 52-39, Ouachita.
And then the press comes back.
That is Kendricks making her way down the floor, trying to go to the inside, loses the ball, gets it back, spins around off the backboard. Count that one. 52-41 now. There is Miles bringing the ball up, getting good pressure from everyone except Wynn. Wynn stays back and guards the basket. Lee throws that one away. Going to be saved by Kendricks, though, and banged around, and there's a foul by Lee. Not sure where she's at in the foul count.
I think that's her third.
Just her third.
But you got Kendrick shooting, and
Looked like
one of your leaders. Yeah, she's
banged up a little bit there too, holding her left arm close to her body. Shoots with the right hand though. 52-41.
Quiet comes over the
Yeah,
arena,
you
huh?
got it, quote. That one is up, rolls around, no good. Guidry looking to get the rebound, does not. Controlled by Lee. Faith Lee has just been as solid as she comes. Back to the near side.
You got to watch it if you're Wynn. You don't want to attack too deep. Ooh, that could have been.
Looked like a push there. Lee now going to the basket.
And they're not attacking, though.
And Lee, Faith Lee goes in there and makes it back to 13, and even 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter of play. Kendricks gets it over now to Smith. Guidry wide open on the side, but they work it down low to Wynn. Wynn misses this one. Corrals her on rebound, up and in. 54-43. 4:46 to go here. Fourth quarter of play. Cross-court pass now over to Gibson. Gibson gets the travel, and that's what you've got to have is the stop there quickly. A timeout, full timeout on the floor by Ouachita. And goodness, yeah, what a interesting last 2 or 3 minutes that it's been.
Yeah, I'm a little confused. If I'm Ouachita, I'm going at Wynn. And these last 4 possessions that they've had,
they pulled up.
They go towards her, and then they back off and either give it up or take the little jump shot. They go at her. If you do the charge, okay, I understand. You know, Lee's not in foul trouble right now. She's got 3 right now. So if I'm her, I'm going at Wynn every time I get the ball and hope that the officiating sees maybe a blocking instead of a charge.
And that's what you hope to see out of it. But
that's your only chance. If you're Pineville, I'm going to be blunt. If your only chance of getting back in this game is Wynn, is going to take over and score a lot of points, get some rebounds down low. If she's not in the game, it's hard to score 11 points in 4 minutes, without giving up any.
That's right. Well, we'll see. Both not a bit of quit on either player, not a bit of quit on either coach, and this is going to be a fantastic last 4.5 minutes. Glad that you've stuck around for this one. 11-point lead for Ouachita, but Pineville with the ball and an opportunity to get it. And hung up, picking up her dribble at half court is Smith. Smith will get the ball back though. Looking to work inside to win. Takes 2 or 3 steps. Not called for anything there. Kendricks banging around on the side and will steal that ball back right off of the hands of Abrams.
It was almost like a little jump stop kind of
Except he took 3 steps to get it to stop on it. Guidry will trigger this one inbounds. Gets it back to Kendricks. Guidry just the one opportunity at the 3 in the second half. That is Jocelyn Smith, bangs that around, needed Elon looking to get the rebound controlled out. But there's a steal by Kendricks, up and in with the basket.
Play right there for
54-45, 9-point deficit for the Lady Rebels. Ouachita, and another steal there's Elon. She's got a chance to go to the basket.
Good block.
Good job on the back.
That should be a jump ball, huh?
Good job on the backside of that block, though, was Gibson. Amara Gibson made a great play.
That might be it for oh, my goodness.
No, they didn't.
Yep. They did it. They gave it to her. That's Jocelyn Smith. That's her 5th. She's out.
Wow, on a play that was
That's
simply
huge.
hustle and getting after it, and the girls just going. And man, that's a tough call.
That's the emotional leader of this team, and losing her, she's the intensity that she brings every play in and play out. It's tough.
Coming in, substituting, Brianna Day makes her way back in there. She is
got
in
four
foul
as
trouble.
well, yeah.
So 9-point deficit, 10 points now, and you've got a couple of stars for you on the sideline. It's Smith and Sibley that will not play the rest of the way in this one. 2 good free throws, and those were crucial ones by McCarthy. McCarthy is well on her way to some player of the game honors if this score holds up. Kendricks over into the corner, feeds Guidry. Guidry back to the top to Wynn. Wynn's going to go to the basket like she doesn't care. Eli with a rebound, needs to finish this off. There's going to be a foul underneath.
And that stops the clock. You can possibly get 2 free throws right here.
And that's Lee picking up the foul, and that's her 4th. But, goodness, this thing could get interesting down the stretch. And, again, you got to go after them.
Yep, and it's a smart move. Coach Winslow has brought Wynn outside. Even to get you don't want to get your 5th foul just trying to get a rebound off of a free throw.
Back to 10 points here. Eli with that rebound, or with that free throw. This second one is up, and it is good. Back to 9, but that's as close as the Lady Rebs have been able to get it here down the stretch. See if they can keep the momentum. Big pressure coming. The only one not pressing. And there's Wynn with a steal on an errant pass. She's going to go coast to coast.
Good
move.
Look
at the moves with her switch and dribbles. But
and
Eli's there to clean it up. The board and the bucket.
So you got to press right here. You've got to press.
Everybody but Wynn will press on this. And then Lee's going to go right at her. It dumps that one off. Good court vision as she feeds McCarthy.
And Wynn couldn't attack that shot. You can't.
No, she's playing now with 1 or 2 fouls.
Yeah.
Then it's a whole different ballgame. She takes a foul there. There's Guidry, passes on the 3. Gets it back to Wynn at the top. Down to the near side. That bucket off. And no good. That shot was.
Good pass.
Yeah, there's going to be an off-ball foul. Going to be a free throw. And I don't have 35 on my roster.
Ariana Beasley.
Okay. They give that personal foul to Kendricks. She gets her 3rd. We're tied up at 10, over the double bonus for both sides of it. That free throw is up and good. And now here's something that Ouachita is doing. Is they're hitting free throws down the line. In the first half, they struggled from the free throw line, and that's what I believe kept it close.
Yeah.
And they've hit the last 2 or 3 trips down there. 2:47 to go, 10-point lead. This free throw, the second end, is up, and it's there. Rebound by Ouachita. Number 22, Gibson, brings that in. And Ouachita content to sit back and work the top of the Lady Rebel zone.
Yeah, that offensive rebound was a backbreaker.
In this inside, that pass is good ball movement. McCarthy with another one. And McCarthy just loading up the points.
Yep. She has been fantastic.
61-49, 12-point lead, 2:20 to go in this one. The lead and foul trouble, and this is a long row to hoe for the Lady Rebels. Wynn just says, let's clear out, and I'll go to the basket. That one is up, and it's no good. Eli there, who's made a living on the boards, but she's cramping up again. Kendricks now tries to get in the passing lane. Lee with the rebound, going to go back up, no good. Lee with another board, and she'll just wisely take this one out to the delight of that Ouachita faithful that have made the trip down. 147, 12-point lead, and you can see them. The ones that made it here to support their Lions are on their feet. Looking to host a playoff game probably Tuesday. They'll see Ponchatoula make the trip up.
Yeah.
61-49, and the Lady Rebels not fouling, trying to get a steal, not wanting to go to the free throw line, and they back this out now.
I foul in this situation.
And Guidry tried to that time. The foul wasn't called. Now she'll get it. Should have been called about 10 seconds earlier.
You wasted almost 30 seconds right there of course, you don't want, when Wynn's on them, you don't want her fouling. But everybody else, I don't believe anybody else on the floor has 4 fouls. So You got to stop that clock.
This one has ballooned up 61-49 with just a minute 13 to go here. You see our sponsors rolling through in the corners. Certainly couldn't do any of this without those guys at all. Of course, our title sponsor, Walk-Ons. If you're out and about and you need something to do on your Sunday evening, then go see the folks over there at Walk-Ons. That free throw is good there.
And this has been it's frustrating for Pineville because, you would make a little bit of run and then foul problems, keep you from going.
Foul trouble has been the issue in this one. You saw Wynn sit most of the entire second quarter.
Yeah.
Came back in, got that fourth one, had to go back to the bench, and the lead ballooned up pretty well right there. This is Wynn now that will go to the free throw line. She puts this one up, and it's good. 12-point lead for Ouachita. Again, being the lower seed and pulling the upset. If this stays where it is, they will host that second round game. The only way they would have traveled is if they would have went down to the 32 seed.
Yeah. And we got a timeout from Pineville.
Ouachita getting a big round of applause from there. And again, I want to thank our sponsors. Of course, Jason Hawk Farm Bureau Player of the Game is coming up in 64 seconds here of game time. Impact Advertising, we couldn't do any of our apparel needs without those guys. They do our logoing and embroidery work, so we thank them. Trish LaLug Group, if you're looking to buy or sell a home, rent one. If you've got some rental properties you're looking to do it, check out sinlaishome.com. Sinlaishome.com. Folks over at Valex Federal Credit Union, they're opening up their new YouTube channel, and so they're going to do some teaching. One of the things in the board meeting that we were in was that there's not enough financial education given to folks in school anymore these days, so you'll see some financial help videos there. ValexFCU.org. Of course, Security Sporting Goods. Great folks, proud supporters of all sorts of local high school sports.
The Cats and the Ramirez's are good people. Shop local, and that's where you definitely want to go get all your sporting goods needs.
And again, Billy French on the side. I am Doug Gann bringing you Sinlaw, Game On Sinlaw. This one around to the near side, and looks like the Rebels are content. The Lady Rebels are content to. Nope, they come up and get the foul. Does Kendricks? That'll be her fourth.
Yeah, and I want to say 3 of the 4 have been all in this second half, trying to creep back and get in there. You got to be aggressive. You got to force turnovers.
And oftentimes we've talked about that, is that you have to expend so much energy in getting that done that you're unable to really make a run after you get back in it.
Just been tough as far as foul trouble. Foul trouble is the reason that that Pineville got away from this. It's just every time they try to make a little run, they get in foul trouble. And when you got such a stud player like Wynn, if she's not in the game, it's tough to score. And Gidry's normally been able to fill that in all year.
The difference in this game, though, has certainly been McCarthy. She's at the 20-point mark.
Her and Faith Lee both have 20 points as of right now, but there's no doubt McCarty has came in, and when she's in there, she's just changed the whole aspect of the game.
Yeah, it's been it certainly has. Her hustle, her strength, her ability has done that, and normally we don't award it before the end of the game, but I certainly think, unless Lee pulls off one of those monster dunks here at the end of it.
If she does that, I will personally go.
We'll change it. Saw Bolton advance this weekend, stepping on the line there. Bolton advances. They will make the trip probably up to Huntington this week for their second round of game. Pineville will fall in the first round, but they'll be back. They've got some good young talent there. There's Wynn, kicks it around to Gidry. Gidry tries this three, no good. Good pressure still out by Lee, 62-51, but our Jason Hawk Zenaria McCarthy of Ouachita for our Jason Hawk Farm Bureau Player of the Game. This is Game on Cenla, 446 production, along with Kendricks. Her foul there, and
yeah, it's going to be on Guidry.
No, they checked that
yeah.
to change it to Guidry. Okay.
Yeah. She just does just a little push foul trying to stop the clock. That's her fourth. And there's, McCarthy.
And you like to see this now, getting some playoff action. You're seeing Coach Winslow, who brings a couple of young ladies. And that's going to be, she's getting her seniors off of the court to a round of applause. That's Wynn who will come off the court. That's Kendricks who will come off the court. And that's just good work and awareness of the situation.
Yeah, let them get their fame, their applause from the fans here that came to watch these girls for the last 4 years.
Olivia Broussard coming into the game, and Megan, we'll see.
Oh, Megan, we're going to go ahead and say Besajoek. Bejasoek. But if that's not right, which I'm sure it's not.
It's completely not right. So that's at Billy French.
Yeah.
Bill. Yeah, that free throw is up and good. 62-52 here. And good luck to this Ouachita Lions team. They're going to host a second-round playoff game against Ponchatoula, the number 1 ranked team, and undefeated in 5A. But I'm telling you, if it's going to be a scrappy game, would like to listen to that a little bit as the last few seconds are rolling around of this one. That's going to be your final score here as the last few seconds run off. 62 for Ouachita, 53 now for the Pineville Lady Rebels, and Ouachita will make their move into the second round. Once again, congratulations to the player of the game. Certainly want a big thanks out to Jimmy Winslow, the husband of Coach Winslow that's here, also assistant basketball coach at LSUA. The Generals got a big week ahead of them, and then conference play and tournament play. But we're going to watch brackets now and see what happens. The boys' brackets will be released tomorrow, probably around noon.
Yep.
You should see where the boys' action is taking places. Menard will have a home game out of it. Ash will have a home game out of it. So stay tuned to 446 Sports Page, and we'll let you know where we're going to be next week. Going to certainly follow some more girls' basketball if there are some home games. Not sure when we'll see those games. Again, I know Menard will be on the road for their game. So,
yeah, you hate to see the season end like it did for the Lady Rebels because they are a phenomenal team,
right?
Very well coached, but just today, foul trouble got them caught up, but we're going to see these Lady Lions get to host Ponchatoula, which should be an interesting game. But it's going to be for now, Central Louisiana. It's going to be a lot of boys stuff going on. So hopefully the LHSA will know that we call these games, so they can schedule them to where they're not going to be at the same time. Say, hey, look, 446 Sports wants to know if you could do one at 4 and one at 6:30.
Right, not all of them at 2 o'clock.
Yes,
so it's been
we'll be here all week.
Been an interesting weekend. So we appreciate all of our sponsors, all of you for tuning in and liking. I know our likes and follows have went up by a large percentage, and just continuing to do that. The hospitality here at Pineville has been second to none, as it's been of all of these Central Louisiana teams that we've came and stepped in on, and they've let us cover it. So couldn't do it without any of our sponsors, the folks around here, and you, the fans that are watching in. So, Billy, that's going to wrap it up here from Pineville. My man Chuck Perkins over there on the camera, executive producing for us. And, look, we wouldn't be able to do any of this without Chuck getting us on the air in some crazy inside areas. Now, we get back outside, and it ought to be a little bit easier for us all. But I don't know. They don't have it at the softball fields and baseball fields. So we'll see about we've got to work that out. But the future's bright for Central Louisiana, and we just want to be a part of it. So for my man Chuck Perkins, Billy French, I am Doug Gann. Thank you, God, for allowing us to do what we do. Just one more time. That's